Okay.
Excellent.
Hello. Sorry for the delay. Working out the technical kinks. If anyone's been waiting, probably no one. Anyway. All right. Welcome to Movie Night with Real Takes and Movie Breaks. I'm Kimberly. This is Michael. We are setting up to watch Clue, the 1985 version.
I believe it's 85.
85, yeah. So if you've never seen this movie before, we'll be playing it right here once we get it all set up. So that way you can sync up with us. So this is just going to be a visual cue if you want to sync up with us. Well, let's fix that so it's a little straighter.
I'm just trying to reduce the glare.
There, that's good. No more glare. Yeah, that should be great. See?
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be the visual cue. So if you want to sync up with us. Hi, Dr. Johnny Fever. You made it. Yay.
Hey, glad to see you.
How are you doing tonight? Have you seen this movie before?
Just gonna keep it right there.
Yeah.
Love this movie. It's hilarious.
Oh, you have seen it?
I haven't seen it in a long time, since back when it used to come on the Comedy Central all the time.
So I've never seen this movie before, but I remember when I was younger, I used to play Clue a lot with my family. We used to play it, and I remember there was. Let's just keep it there. That's good.
Go ahead.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. So this will be our visual cue if you want to sync up. But yeah, comment below if you've ever played the game Clue. I used to have fun when I was a kid. I haven't played Clue with my family, and I don't even know how long. It's been a very, very, very long time. But I remember some of the characters. I remember there was like Mrs. White, Colonel Mustard, and there were the different weapons, like the rope, the gun, and there were different rooms. Like
the wrench.
Yeah, the wrench. Different rooms where you had to figure out who did the crime, like the ballroom or the kitchen or the living room,
the library.
So,
Colonel Mustard, revolver, and the candlestick.
Yeah, I remember there's like a candlestick too. That's right. But I've always loved kind of like a whodunit mystery. I grew up reading a lot of Agatha Christie novels. And when I was a teenager, I loved Agatha Christie because I loved like solving puzzles and trying to figure out like who did it kind of thing.
I played the game once, but I saw this in the theater in 1985. Wow.
Oh, wow.
You saw it in the theater.
Wow.
They played different endings in different theaters. Interesting.
That's really cool.
I forgot about... I honestly, this is almost like the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's been so long, you probably forgot a lot about it. Hi, Sean. How are you?
Hello, Sean.
Have you seen the movie before, Sean? Cool. So if you're watching it for the first time with us, our visual cue, if you notice, is much better quality from the last few streams we did on my personal channel. As you can tell, this will be much better quality, much better lighting as well. So hopefully your whole experience will be a little bit better quality visually tonight. But I'm excited. So Sean's going to be watching it for the first time. We have Dr. Johnny watching. Anybody else? Say hello before we start. Let us know where you are in the world, how you found us. Let us know if you've ever seen this movie before, or if you've ever played the game.
Or if there are any other movies like this, please list them.
Yeah, all I know about this movie is it's based on the game, right? It's based on a game and it's a murder mystery. And then I know Tim Curry is in it, right? Yeah. And I've always really loved Tim Curry. So tonight I'm drinking some cacao. This will be my drink of choice while I watch the movie. Don't have any movie snacks tonight. But if you are snacking with us, I hope you're eating healthy.
All right, are we ready to go? Get started?
Yeah, we'll just give it another couple minutes before to see if anyone else rolls in and wants to chat real quick before we start. Any final words before we start? Let us know. It looks like there's 3 people watching, so I'd love to know where you are in the world, what you know about this movie, but don't give anything away, obviously. Dr. Johnny, did you say you were from Texas? Albuquerque. Oh, okay. Cool.
Albuquerque is in New Mexico.
Yeah. And I think you were the one who let us know that the last movie we streamed on my channel was actually shot in New Mexico. Apocalypto, right? I think you told us that. Wasn't that you?
Is that right?
Oh, hi, Mopar. Hi, how are you? You made it to our other channel. Yay.
It was shot in Mexico.
I'll get that. So S. Zinzia, otherwise known as Mopar, is one of my yoga students who takes virtual yoga classes.
Oh, cool.
So Mopar actually took one of my virtual yoga classes earlier today, and I always recommend letting your body move before you sit and watch a movie. It's not healthy to sit for too long. So I always recommend getting some movement in before you sit down and relax and watch a movie. So I know Mopar did that. Mopar, this is Michael.
Hey.
This is my movie partner. Mopar knows all about Twin Flame Hotel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is my movie partner. We produced Twin Flame Hotel together. We co-wrote it, acted in it, and he did all the editing. So, yeah. If you see the trailer, you'll see his face there too. It's so nice to see you in here, Mopar. Are you going to watch the movie with us? So Apocalypto was filmed in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Yeah. Mopar, are you eating any healthy snacks? I'm just drinking more cacao. I was drinking cacao earlier when I was teaching virtual yoga. I'm drinking more cacao. It's my drink of choice.
Be sure to watch the making of Apocalypto. Yes, I was going to show that to Kimberly, the making of it.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch the making of it tomorrow or the next day. Stay tuned. Pay attention to the community playlist, or not the playlist, the community page on my personal channel and on this channel. And that's where I'll post about upcoming streams. We'll try to give you guys at least a day's notice so that way you can plan and watch it with us, because it's really fun to engage in this dialogue while we watch the movie. Yeah, I'm excited to see the making of Apocalypto. I'm excited to see that. As a filmmaker, it's really fascinating to watch the making of. So thank you for the recommendation, Dr. Johnny. Anyone else watching? Feel free to say hello. I'm curious if you've played Clue before, or if you've seen the movie before, or if this is your first time watching, just like me. This is my first time watching. And I will say I have a knack for predicting predicting films. So hi,
Hey, Jay, what's up?
Hey, Jay. Glad you can make it.
Oh, that's great. You've never seen this before.
Oh, okay. So this will be Mopar's first time too. So Mopar, you and I will be trying to figure out who done it. Jay, how are you tonight? It's kind of a rainy night where we are. So it's a perfect night to snuggle up and watch a movie. These chairs are as snuggly as they can be. We have some cushions. I'm glad you're doing well, Jay. It's been a while since I watched this one. Okay, cool. So maybe some parts will be surprising if hopefully you've forgotten all the surprises.
Yeah, I think this is sort of a fresh one to watch right now.
Yeah. What's the weather like where you guys are? It's kind of pouring rain here. It's nice and atmospheric for a murder mystery. We'll just chat for another minute and then we'll get started. Just waiting to see if anybody else is going to come on. We wanted to start right at 8, but I got stuck in traffic coming home from work. I was teaching a class that was basically an hour away. So, it's cloudy where you are, Jay. Well, that's cool. Clouds are still atmospheric for a murder mystery. But yeah, I was teaching a class that was it took me about an hour to get home from work. So sorry for the delay. Hopefully nobody was waiting.
We're having a little bit of trouble getting this started a few minutes ago, but we got it going.
Yeah, I'm glad everything's running smoothly.
Hot and muggy.
Hot and muggy where Dr. Johnny Fever is.
Cloudy.
Well, make sure you're staying hydrated, Dr. Johnny Fever. That's my unsolicited health coaching advice. All right. Any final thoughts before we start? Mopar says, nice to meet you,
Very nice
Michael.
to meet you. Yes. Very nice to meet you.
Are we ready to start? Are you ready to sync up?
I'm ready.
Thumbs up if you're ready.
I'm ready to start.
I want to make sure you can sync up with us at the same time. So
I stay hydrated with beverages.
I've been told to stop drinking. I see what you mean by that. Yeah. Coconut water is really good for hydration.
Who can tell me what this is from? Hey man, there's a beverage here.
Is that a movie? Is that wait?
Who can tell me?
Wait, hey man, there's a beverage.
Hey man, I got a beverage here, man.
Is that well, I'll let you guys guess. Jay's ready.
Who knows what that's from?
Big Lebowski. Oh, hi, KB. Glad you're here too. That's from the Big Lebowski.
Which you watched, but nobody gets the first time. Some people do, but.
I'm double fisting with some water and some cacao. All right.
She kidnapped herself, man. All right, sorry. All right.
Thumbs up if you're ready to get started. Jay's ready. Or just say ready. You don't have to do the thumb emoji. I have kettle-made popcorn.
That's awesome.
Nice. Kettle-made.
That's great.
KV's ready. Okay. Love the kettle-made popcorn.
Who's the guy in Hangman?
Oh, and Hangman?
What's his name? He's in Twisters.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
It's a funny picture of Glenn Powell and Tom Cruise at the premiere of Twisters.
With his thumb up?
They both have giant buckets of popcorn. It's kettle made.
Kettle popcorn's great.
Yeah.
All right, Mopar's ready.
Okay.
Jay's ready. Dr. Johnny, you ready?
I think everyone's ready. I'm going to start it.
All right, we're going to start. We're going to do a countdown from 5. So that way you can sync up at home. All right, Dr. Johnny's ready. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. Perfect. That's good. Paramount Pictures. Clue.
Clue.
I should have brought my magnifying glass. Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry. Madeline Kahn. I'm trying to remember if I've seen her in anything. Oh, Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd is in this.
The writing
Michael
in this
McKean.
is genius. Your face is going to hurt.
Oh gosh, I'll be sure to do some facial stretches. Leslie Ann Warren.
I like this music.
Yeah, this music is fun. The piano. Is that piano? No. Lots of different
I
instruments.
think it's an organ, maybe.
Yeah. John Morris. Oh, music by John Morris. Casting by Jane Jenkins. Oh, it's raining there, just like it's raining here. How cool. Production designer John Lloyd.
Stream running okay, video and audio good. Thank you.
Mopar.
That's
Mopar.
That's Mopar.
Oh, nice atmospheric. Oh, I thought that was the moon at first. That's just a car light. All right, there we have a nice shot of a creepy house, a creepy sky, and a moon. Opens with Tim Curry. So the Parker brothers, that's who made the game. That's right, the Parker brothers. It wasn't Hasbro. One time I created my own board game called Travel Trouble. One day I want to publish it.
Where did you start? John Landis. Did it say, did John Landis direct this?
Jonathan Lynn is who wrote the screenplay. So that's who the good writing, we owe the good writing to John. I love Tim Curry. Everything I've seen him in, he's great. The first time I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show, I remember I was like 10 years old. And the next day I thought I had a nightmare.
Directed by Jonathan Lynn.
Jonathan Lynn. Okay.
I think that is. Maybe I do.
Spooky wind.
My Cousin Vinny. Okay.
Oh, he also directed My Cousin Vinny. I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? That's hilarious. It's great. We'll have to watch
Maybe I
that.
should react to My Cousin Vinny. I've never seen it. Oh, wow. This looks a lot like the board game already. Okay, that's the maid. What was her name? Was her name just the maid?
I think the maid.
The maid.
Is everything ready?
We miss you.
You have your instructions.
He kind of reminds me of Donald.
I can see that.
Little inside joke.
A few years ago on Halloween, I was a French maid.
Dinner will be ready at 7:30.
Wow. The chef is serious with those knives.
Indeed.
Good evening. Good evening. Oh, no. Yes, indeed, sir. You are expected, Colonel. May I take
Oh, that's the Colonel.
The Colonel, of course.
My name is Curly, sir. But tonight, you may well feel obliged to my employer for the use of an alias. Wadsworth, sir. The butler.
I like his accent.
Is the butler a playable character? No.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I played this game.
Could you attend to the colonel and give him anything he requires? Within reason, that is. For Wadsworth, I was... Do come in, madam. You are expected.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you want to be known as Mrs. White.
Oh, Mrs. White.
It said so in the letter. But why?
I love the white inside her.
You will
Inside
be
her
known
coat.
as Mrs. White.
Wow, the costume design is on point.
May I introduce you? Mrs. White is Yvette, the maid. I see you know each other.
I remember when I was a kid, Mrs. White was always my favorite character. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I liked her. Thunder, lightning. Are you comfortable?
Mhm.
Those old timey cars.
Yes. Thanks. I'm late for dinner date.
Me too. Where are you going?
Let's see. Hill House off Route 41.
Wait a minute. Let me look at that. That's where I'm going. I got a letter like this.
Let's see. Is he a character? He might be Professor Plum. I bet you he's Professor Plum.
This is Mrs.
Does he have the
Peacock.
pipe? Oh, Mrs. Peacock.
Mrs. Peacock.
Yvette, will you go and check that dinner will be ready as soon as all the guests have arrived?
As soon as all the guests have arrived.
He's so serious, the butler. The butler takes his job very seriously.
Is this the right address to meet Mr. Body? Or you must be Mr. Green. Yeah. Not his sister.
I love how this film starts just introducing all the characters that you know and love if
Yeah.
you've ever played the game. That's great. Ominous music. Oh,
I like how it's raining.
the cliche, the pathetic fallacy. More thunder and lightning. Oh my. I like how the maid's wearing like a bustier. Not like a practical maid costume, but like a Halloween style maid
Right.
costume.
My God, second place.
Let's see. Who is she? Oh, Miss Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Wait, no. Miss Scarlet was my favorite because she was red. And my favorite color is red. I remember playing this game when I was like 10 years old.
Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet.
That's who I always wanted was Miss Scarlet.
I haven't played the board game in so long.
Yeah, me neither. It's been so long.
Of
But it's
course,
all
since
coming
you've
back
each
to
been
me, though.
addressed by a pseudonym, you'll have realized that nobody here is being addressed by their real name. Dinner. I'm sorry. A little accident prone.
I love Mrs. Peacock's costume. That's great.
Yeah.
So no one's being addressed by their real name? So
Miss Peacock looks like a peacock.
You'll find your names beside your places. Please be seated.
So is this like a role play, I wonder? Or is this like
You? Indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler. What exactly do you do? I'm butler, sir, which means what?
butler?
Butler is head of the kitchen and dining room. I keep everything tidy. That's all.
Well, what's all this about, Butler? This dinner party?
Ours not a reason why. Ours but to do and die. Die. Merely quoting, sir, from Alfred Lord Tennyson. I prefer Kipling myself. Female
Foreshadowing.
species is more deadly than the male. You like Kipling, Miss Scarlett?
Sure, I'll eat any. Shark's fin soup, madame.
So is this for our host? No, sir, for the seventh guest, Mr. Body.
I thought Mr. Body was our host. Sorry, I
Mr. Body.
Mr. Body.
Our host, Mr. Wadsworth.
Trying to pay close attention to everything.
Oh, now should we wait for the other guests? I want to keep something warm for him. Did you have in mind, dear?
I love the maid's accent. The French accent. Table manners. Slurping their soup. That's some table manners. They're slurping their soup as loud as your drink is.
Someone's got to break the ice. It might as well be me. I mean, I'm used to being a hostess. It's part of my husband's work, and it's always difficult when a group of new friends meet together for the first time to get acquainted. So I'm perfectly prepared to start the ball rolling. I mean, I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, or what I'm doing here, or what this place is about, but I am determined to enjoy myself. And I'm very intrigued, and oh my, this soup's delicious, isn't it? You say you are used to being a hostess
They
as
just
part of your husband's work?
froze.
Yes, it's an integral part of your
I'm
life.
pretty sure this will show all
Life.
3 endings.
So there's 3 different endings to this movie?
We're not supposed to say
Yes.
who we really are.
What?
It's Betsy, I don't know why.
Don't you? I know who you
Did
are.
it give you the option to choose the random ending? Oh.
How do you know who I am?
I work in Washington, too. Washington? So you're a politician's wife?
Yes, I am.
Well, come on, then. Who's your husband?
Christopher Lloyd's so young here.
I really love that
So what
actress
does your husband
that's
do?
playing Mrs. Peacock.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day. Sounds like hard work to me.
Sorry. Afraid I'm a little bit accident.
Oh, watch it.
The klutz, the classic klutz.
I like that guy a lot.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. Wow, I almost didn't recognize him at first.
That's the same year he played Doc in Back to the Future,
The same year?
which
Wow.
made him look older.
Yeah, they made him look older on purpose, and now he actually
This is
looks
one of my
like that.
favorite recipes.
Yeah.
in real
I
life.
know, madam.
So, what do you do in Washington, D.C., Mr. Green? Come on, what do you do? I mean, how are we to get acquainted if we don't say anything about ourselves? Perhaps he doesn't want to get acquainted with you. Well, I'm sure I don't know, but if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, then we would just be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
You're afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes, what? No, why?
Well, it seems to me that you are. You seem to suffer from what we call pressure of speech.
We? Who's we? Are you a shrink?
I do know a little bit about psychological medicine, yes.
Were you a doctor?
I am, but I don't practice.
Practice makes perfect. I think
Yeah,
most
me
men
too.
here
I like that
practice,
the
don't you,
British
Mrs.
accent.
Peacock? So what do you do, Professor?
I work for, the United Nations Organization. Another politician. Jesus. No, I work for a branch of, WHO, the World Health Organization.
World health. Yay, health.
Concern.
A family planning. What about you, Colonel? Are you a real colonel? I am, sir.
You're not going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, D.C.?
How did you know that? Have we met before?
I've certainly seen you before, although you may not have seen me.
So, Miss Scarlett, does this mean that you live in Washington, too?
Sure do.
There's
But
like
does anyone
awkward
here not live
tension.
in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, but you work for the United Nations. That's a government job. And the rest of us all live in a government town. Anyone here not earn their living from the government one way or another? Wadsworth, where's our host and why we've been brought here?
Wadsworth.
Colonel Mustard demanding explanations.
I like how pouty Colonel Mustard is.
Yeah.
Are you locking me in? I'll take the key. Never mind dead body, sir. May I take your bag? No. I'll leave it here like needed. It contains evidence, I presume. Surprises, my friend. That's what it contains. Surprises. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Mr. Body?
Mr. Body. Dun, dun, dun.
Eating dinner. Do sit down, Mr. Body.
Oh, I see where this is going.
So I wonder if that's the body that gets murdered. Because his name's Mr. Body.
I demand to know what's going on. Now, why have we all been dragged up here to this horrible place?
Well, I believe we all received the letter. My letter says it will be to your advantage to be present on this date because a Mr. Body will bring to an end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability. It is signed a friend. I received a similar letter.
So did we, didn't we?
I also received a letter.
Mysterious. So many letters.
Now, how did you know her name? We know each other. Tell me, dear.
Oh.
Forgive my curiosity, Mr. Body, but did your letter say the same thing? No. I see. Can I interest any of you in fruit or dessert? In that case, may I suggest we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy?
The
At which
study.
point I believe our unknown host will reveal his intentions.
Mr. Body was the lead singer of the punk band Fear.
They have a song in SLC Punk, another great one to react to. Oh, okay.
That's a good piece of trivia.
Thanks for the trivia.
I didn't
What does that
recognize him.
say? What is it? What did it say?
Mind if I smell?
Oh, I missed it. Comment below if you know what that said. I don't want to stop.
I think he'll read it.
Yeah, he'll probably read it.
Might have just said confidential.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm instructed to explain to you what you all have in common with each other.
Oh.
Unless you would care to do the honors, Mr. Body? Why me? They know who I am? I don't think so. You've never identified yourself to them, I believe. It's a hoax. I suggest we all leave. I'm sorry, sir. You cannot leave this house. No? Who's going to stop me? There's no way out. All the windows have bars. All the doors are locked. This is an outrage. You can't hold us, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Please return to the study. Everything will be explained.
Please return to the study. Explain. I love the way he talks.
I love this music. Oh gosh. The guard dogs. Pretty scary dogs. I love dogs, but that one's pretty scary. Wouldn't want to upset that dog. So I'm waiting to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all have one thing in common. You're all being blackmailed.
Oh,
All
blackmail.
of you have been paying what you can afford, and in some cases more than you can afford, to someone who threatens to expose you. And none of you know who's blackmailing you, do you?
Oh, please. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. I mean, nobody can blackmail me. My life is an open book. I've never done anything wrong.
Suspicious.
Very well. As everyone here is in the same boat, there's no harm in my revealing some details, and my instructions are to do so. Thank you, Yvette.
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Professor Plum, you were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in helping paranoid and homicidal lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur. Yes, and now I work for the United Nations. So your work has not changed. But you don't practice medicine at the UN. His license to practice has been lifted, correct?
Why? What did he do?
You know what doctors aren't allowed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Oh. So scandalous.
Moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock. How then do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering your husband, Senator Peacock's vote to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There is nothing wrong with that.
Not if it's publicly declared, perhaps. But if the payment is delivered by slipping used greenbacks in plain envelopes under the door of the men's room, how would you describe that transaction?
That's it, stinks. Well, how would you know? When were you in that bedroom?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
Sure, we're all glad to hear that. But you've been paying blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers.
Scandalous.
I am willing to believe you. I, too, am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
Me too. And me.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed?
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right. But I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
What did you do?
Well, to be perfectly frank, I run a specialized hotel and a telephone service which provide gentlemen with the company of a young lady for a short while.
She's a madam.
Oh wow.
What's the phone number?
That's
So how did you know Colonel Mustard works in Washington? Is he one of your
That's a
clients?
very
Certainly
polite
not.
way
I
of
was
describing
asking a smart
prostitution.
question. Tell him it's not true.
It's not
Very
true.
elegant way of describing
So it is
prostitution.
true. A double negative. Double negative. You mean you have... That sounds like a confession to me. In fact, the double negative has led to proof positive. I'm afraid you gave yourself away. Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests? I need any help from me, sir. That's right. Seriously, I don't see what's so terrible about Colonel Mustard visiting a house of ill fame. Most soldiers do, don't they?
Oh, please.
But he holds a sensitive security post in the Pentagon. And Colonel, you drive a very expensive car for someone who lives on a colonel's pay. I don't. I came into money during the war when I lost my mommy and daddy.
What?
Mrs. White, you've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Why is that funny? I see. That's why he was lying on his back. His coffin. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
I don't want a scandal, do I? We had had a very humiliating public confrontation. He was deranged. He was lunatic. He didn't actually seem to like me very much. He had threatened to kill me in public. Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he threatened in public to kill her.
Was that his final word on that? Being killed is pretty final, wouldn't you say?
And yet he was the one who died, not you, Mrs. White, not you.
What did he do living? He was a scientist. Nuclear physics. What was he like? He was always rather stupidly optimistic, madam. I mean, I'm afraid it came as a great shock to him when he died, but he was found dead at home. His head had been cut off. So
Oh gosh. Wow.
You know.
What a way to go.
I have been out all evening at the movies. Do you miss him? Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
But he was your second husband. Your first husband also disappeared.
But that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
I have something to say. I'm not going to wait for Wadsworth here to unmask me. I work for the State Department, and I'm a homosexual. I feel no personal shame or guilt about this, but I must keep it a secret or I will lose my job on security grounds. Thank you.
1985.
Well, it just leaves Mr. Body.
Oh.
What's your news?
Mr. Body was not a character in the game.
He's the one who's blackmailing you.
What? He's one person is blackmailing all of them?
Well, now they all have a reason to kill him.
Yeah. How could one person be responsible for that much blackmail?
Blackmail depends on secrecy. You've all admitted how he's been able to blackmail you. All you have to do is tell the police he'll be convicted and your troubles will be over. It's not so easy. You'll never tell the police. Then I shall. I have evidence in my possession, and this conversation is being tape recorded. Point of order. Tape recordings are not admissible evidence.
The maid's listening to all this.
Ladies and
She's
gentlemen,
just
the
hanging
police
out
will be
listening.
here in about 45 minutes. Tell them the truth, and Mr. Body will be behind bars. What are you getting this time? I think I can help them make up their minds. Can I just get my little bag from the hall?
Uh-oh. I'm sensing something's about to happen to Mr. Body.
Oh, you think so?
Just a hunch.
Guess what's in here? Huh?
The evidence against us, no doubt.
The weapons,
I didn't know we
perhaps?
were meeting you tonight. Did you know you were meeting us?
Oh, yes.
What were you told precisely?
Bet you the weapons are in
Merely
that.
that you were all meeting to discuss our little financial arrangements. And if I did not appear, Wadsworth would be informing the police about it all. Naturally, I could hardly resist putting in an appearance. Excuse me. Open them.
Why not?
I bet those are the weapons.
Strange man.
The
Yeah.
candlestick.
You called it.
Candlestick.
Peculiar.
What's this for?
The rope, maybe next. Or the revolver. Oh, I guessed it! I
You guessed it. The rope.
How did I guess it?
What other weapons are there?
There's the revolver, the wrench, the knife.
Will be the wrench next. Yep. Oh no, it's the pipe.
Oh,
Steel
the pipe. Yeah, the pipe.
Dun dun dun. There's the wrench, and then the revolver.
The revolver. And the knife.
Is it a dagger or a knife?
In your hands,
It's the same
you
thing.
each have a lethal weapon.
They're all lethal weapons.
If you denounce me to
I guess anything could be a
you will
lethal
also be
weapon.
exposed and humiliated. I'll see to that report. But if one of you kills Wadsworth now, no one but the seven of us will ever know. He has the key to the front door, which he said would only be opened over his dead body.
Oh, so Wadsworth is the butler, right?
I
Yep.
suggest we take him up on that offer.
No, I don't want him to die.
The only way to avoid finding yourselves on the front pages is for one of you to kill Wadsworth.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh my goodness. I didn't see that coming. Wadsworth? I thought Mr. Body was going to die. Oh no, but Tim Curry's the best.
It's not Wadsworth.
Oh,
Mr. Body, stay back.
it's Mr. Body.
He dead?
Looks like there's a revolver on the floor.
Oh, who had the gun?
I did.
Then you shot him.
I didn't.
Where you had the gun? If you didn't shoot him, who did?
There was no gunshot.
Nobody. Look, there's no gunshot wound.
There's no gunshot.
The dark was never off. Look, the bullet broke that vase on the mantle. Sorry, he's absolutely right. Look, there's a bullet hole here in the wall.
Got it.
Wait, there was a gunshot. I didn't hear. Was there a gunshot?
I don't know.
Yeah, there wasn't a gunshot that I heard.
Well, one of us must have killed him.
Look, I didn't do it.
Oh, I need a drink.
Maybe Mr. Body killed himself? No.
Maybe he was poisoned.
Mr. Butler. Could Mr. Butler have done it? I don't believe Miss Peacock did anything.
Had to stop her screaming. Was the brandy poisoned?
Looks like we'll never know.
Oh,
Unless she dies too.
because she drank the brandy. But she's not going to die, I don't think. Is that the maid?
What? Open up! It must be the murderer. Why would he
We
scream?
must have a victim in here. Oh my God, he has.
Oh my God!
So melodramatic. Oh
You're
my
alive.
No, thanks to
Hello.
you.
What do you mean?
You locked me up with the murder, you idiot. So the murderer is in this room. Mais oui.
But where?
Where? Here. We are all looking at him. Oh, he's what Mrs. White said in the study. One of you is the killer.
How did you know he said that?
Unless it was the maid.
But why were you screaming in here all by yourself? Because I'm frightened. Me too. I also drink the cognac. Mon Dieu. I can't stay in here by myself.
The maid could have snuck in and done it,
Safety in
perhaps.
numbers, my dear.
Possibly.
But I don't know. Her tears look convincing.
Is there no indication of how he died? No, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. It's not what I intended. Oh my God.
Not what you intended.
So you're not the butler?
I'm not the butler, but I'm a butler. In fact, I was his butler. So if he told you to invite us all to his house, why did he arrive late? I invited you.
Not the
In fact, I wrote the
butler.
letters. It was all my idea.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. Why did you invite us here to meet your late employer? Were you assisting him to blackmail us?
Certainly not.
I think you had better explain.
Please sit down, everyone.
More explanation. Let me
Let
explain.
me tell you a story.
We just saw the maid's undies.
Yeah.
She's just like.
When I said that I was Mr. Body's butler, this was both true and misleading. I was once his butler, but it was not his untimely death this evening that brought my employment with him to an end. When did it come to an end? When my wife decided to end her life. She too was being blackmailed by this odious man who now lies dead before us. He hated my wife for the same reason that he hated all of you. He believed that you were all thoroughly un-American.
Oh. Well,
Sorry. For some reason, he felt that it was inappropriate for a senator to have a corrupt wife, for a doctor to take advantage of his patients, for a wife to emasculate her husband, and so forth. But this is ridiculous. If he was such a patriotic American, why didn't he just remove the authority? He decided to put his information to good use and make a little money out of it. What could be more American than that? And what was your role in all this? I was a victim too. At least my wife was. She had friends who were socialists.
Socialists.
Well, we all make mistakes.
The horror.
Some of this is sort of inside baseball from that era.
Yeah. At
Mr.
that
Bobby
time.
threatened to give my wife's name to the House Un-American Activities Committee unless she named them. She refused and said he blackmailed her. We had no money. And the price of his silence was that we worked for him for nothing. We were slaves. Well, to make a long story short, the suicide of my
Damn
wife
socialists,
preyed on
yeah.
my mind and created a sense of injustice in me. I resolved to put Mr. Body behind bars. It seemed to me the best way to do it, and to free all of you from the same burden of blackmail, was to get everyone face to face, confront
Yes,
Mr. Body with
Cold
his
War
crimes,
Red Scare.
and then turn him over to the police. So everything is explained.
Nothing's explained. We still don't know who killed him.
But the point is, we've got to find out in the next 39 minutes before the police arrive.
My God, we can't have them come here now. But
How can we possibly find out which?
But do we
What do you mean?
believe
You
the
did.
butler?
Well, I didn't do it.
Do we believe the
Well, one of us
butler?
did. We all had the opportunity. We all had a motive.
great, we'll all go to the chair.
Maybe
I
it was
don't
one
trust
of
the
us.
butler.
Who else is in Who else is in the house?
My theory is the butler did it. So far, that's my best guess.
You think the butler did it?
Well, just don't know if I believe his whole story.
I think Mrs. White did it.
Why?
She's the most suspicious.
How so?
She was questioning the maid. She was like, "But why were you screaming in here?" Like she kind of had a.
She's not here.
Oh, wow.
Somebody help me, please. Somebody help me, please.
Somebody stabbed the chef, the cook. Oh, wow.
Don't touch it.
But what would be the motive to stab her?
We can't take fingerprints.
I think you'd better explain yourself, Wadsworth. Me? Why me? Who would want to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make
Dinner
jokes at a
wasn't
time
that
like
bad.
this?
It's It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I was the killer, I would kill you next.
Oh.
You said if. If. Hey, come on. There is only one admitted killer here, and it is certainly not me. It is her.
I've admitted nothing.
Well, you paid the blackmail.
Her. I think she's a.
Mine or other women's?
Yours.
5.
5.
Yes, just the 5. Husband should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
You lure men to their deaths like a spider with flies.
Flies are where men are most vulnerable.
Right. Well, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who had the dagger anyway? It was you, Mrs. Peacock, wasn't it?
Yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study. I don't know. Before I paid, after I paid. I don't know. But any of you could have picked it up.
I suggest we take the cook's buddy into study. Why? I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy.
So who wasn't around while they were all talking? Weren't they all around?
Body's gone.
What are you staring at?
What?
Well, who's there?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody. Nobody. That's what we mean. Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
Maybe he wasn't dead.
He was.
We should have made sure. How? By cutting his head off, I suppose.
Yeah, that was my other guess. Like, I wonder if Mr. Body wasn't actually dead, that he faked it or something. But that wouldn't be aligned with the board game.
Well, he couldn't have been dead. He was. At least I thought he was. But what difference does it make now?
Makes quite a difference to him. Maybe there is life after death. Life after death is as
So maybe Mr. Body stabbed the
Maybe
cook.
Mr. Body
Oh.
killed the cook. Yes. How?
That was good timing.
Wow. I swear I haven't seen this before.
I don't know.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to, is there another girl's room?
I do pride myself on predicting movie plots.
What's this, Wadsworth?
I'm afraid those are the negatives to which Colonel Mustard earlier referred. Oh, my God.
Were you planning to blackmail him, Wadsworth?
Certainly not. I'd obtained them for the Colonel, and I was going to give them back as soon as Mr. Body was unmasked.
Very pretty. Would you like to see these? I bet they might shock you. No, merci. I'm a lady. Oh, how do you know what kind of pictures they are? They're such a lady.
What sort of pictures are they? They are my pictures, and I'd like them back, please.
No, I'm afraid there's something in them that concerns me, too.
Let me see.
Oh, no. Nobody can get into that position.
Sure they can. Let me show you.
Get off me.
Is that Mr. Body?
Oh yeah, it looks like they found the body of Mr. Body.
Why would someone remove the body?
The body's attacking.
What? Why would somebody move his body?
He's dead.
Mr. Body, dead.
Why would they move it?
Oh, my God.
She's going to faint. Sorry, cancer. I'll catch you. More into my arms. Sorry.
You've got blood on your hands.
I didn't do it. He's got new injuries. Well, he's certainly dead now. Why would anyone want to kill him twice?
Seems so unnecessary.
That's what we call overkill. What we call suicide.
Overkill.
Unless he wasn't dead before. What's the difference? That's what we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out who killed him and where and with what. There's no need to
And
shout.
why?
I'm not shouting.
Oh, that sounds
All
familiar.
right, I am. I'm shouting. I'm shouting. I'm shouting.
Oh no! No! Tell me Tim Curry is not dead.
I hope not.
He's my favorite.
I like when he gets upset.
Yeah.
His voice.
Okay.
I think something might have just hit him. He's not dead, right?
Ladies first.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Careful, don't get blood on the center.
How do we do this? The dagger will go further into her back.
Tip her forward over the arm. Now, Mr. Body. Now, who had access to the candlestick?
All of us. It was given to you. Yeah, but I dropped it on the table. Anyone could have picked it up. You, him.
Look, we still have all these weapons. The gun, the rope, the lead pipe. Let's put them all in this cupboard and lock it. There's a homicidal maniac about it.
Something tells me Tim Curry is gonna.
Why?
His character, the butler, is it being totally honest.
What if you're the murderer?
I'm not. But what if you are? Well, it's got to be put somewhere. If I've got it, I know I'm safe.
We don't know that we are.
I have an idea. We'll throw it away. Good idea.
Wonderful. Right away. Brilliant.
That'll do it.
I'm trying to figure out who's acting the most suspicious. Oh, a new character.
Sorry. Can we help? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down out here, and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
A new character.
New character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy just showed up and said he's very sus. He's like, my car broke down.
Would you care to come in? Well, where is it? What, the body? The phone. What body? Well, there's no body.
The body?
There's nobody in the study. No.
No.
But I think there's a phone in the lounge. Thank you.
Yes, he's sus. Suspicious.
When you finished your call, perhaps you'll be good enough to wait here.
Interesting timing, I must say. Interesting timing.
Where's the key? In my pocket. Not that key, the key to the cupboard. With the weapons. You still wish me to throw it away? Yes! Well, what now?
Wadsworth, let me out.
No.
Why not?
We gotta know who did it. We're all in this together now.
If you leave, I'll say that you killed them both.
Me too.
Oh, Wadsworth, I'll make you sorry you ever started this. One day when we're alone together.
Mrs. White, no man in his right mind will be alone together with you.
Oh,
Here's a drink.
Oh, so could I.
Colonel.
Just checking.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses, everything's fine.
The Colonel is a likely suspect too because he is a colonel.
Anybody else want a whiskey?
That's true.
All right, look, pay attention,
He's
everybody.
just like splattering it everywhere.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking there is nobody else in this house? No. Then there is someone else in this house. No, sorry. I said no meaning yes. No meaning yes? Look, I want a straight answer. Is there someone else or isn't there? Yes. No. No. No, there is or no, there isn't. Yes.
Please! Don't you think we should get that man out of the house before he finds out what's been going on here?
How can we throw him outside in this weather?
Let him stay in the house. He may get suspicious.
We throw him out, he may get even more suspicious. If I were him, I'd be suspicious already.
Oh, okay. That guy doesn't matter. Let him stay locked up for another half an hour. The police will be here by then, and there are 2 dead bodies in the study.
Well, there is still some confusion as to whether or not there's anybody else in this house. I told you there isn't. There isn't any confusion or there isn't anybody else. Either. Or both. Just give me a clear answer. Certainly. What was the question? Is there anybody else in the house? No! That's what he says. But does he know? I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. We
No, it's fine.
split
It's
up
fine.
and search the house.
Split up.
Yes. We have very little time left, so we'll split up into pairs. Pairs? Yes. Wait a minute. Suppose that one of us is the murderer. If we split up into pairs, whichever one of us is left with a killer might get killed. Then we would have discovered
This is
who
one of the best
murderer is.
voices.
The other half of the pair would be dead.
I love her voice, Miss Peacock's voice.
Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking eggs. Every cook will tell you that.
But look what happened to the cook.
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance? What choice have we?
None.
I suppose you're right.
The Colonel seems a little suspicious to me too.
They're all suspicious.
anyone go with me?
Volume. What happened?
me see.
These are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking eggs. Every cook will tell.
Bon, d'accord.
Something happened with the volume.
Sorry, guys. 1 minute.
We can also turn this volume up if we need to. Pause. The volume just pause. It also just play this volume.
Hold on. Just hold on a second.
When they are all acting together. When they're all together acting, it's so dramatic. I know. It's pretty funny though, like how dramatic the actors are. It's very like melodramatic, which I like. I like the melodrama. So pause if you're synced up with us. Pause for a moment. Not sure why the volume stopped, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I feel like Miss Peacock is like the most dramatic out of everyone. She's definitely like the most melodramatic. There we go. We're syncing it up again. All right. We'll wait for y'all to catch up to this spot. So if you can see where we are. All I hear is rain. Sound should be working. Hopefully y'all sync back up with us. So what are they doing now? They're like lighting matches?
I don't know.
They're all like holding sticks.
Oh, short straw.
Oh, they're pulling straws. They're pulling straws. That makes sense. This soundtrack's great.
Well, we know what's in the study. It's come from the library, and the stranger's locked up in the lounge.
Let's go to the billiard room again.
More thunder and lightning, the pathetic fallacy.
Well, it had to be a lot of fun to make this.
I know. I'm sure it was. I would love to make a movie like this.
The logic is very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's all dark. Oh wait, I bet someone's about to get. Never mind.
Absolutely no.
I'm sure there's no one up there.
Then you go in front.
All right.
So they pulled straws to determine something?
I guess what team people are both on.
Oh, I see. Wait.
Well, ladies first.
No, you can go first.
No. I insist.
No, I insist.
Well, what do you fear? The fate worse than death?
No, just death is not.
Are you getting in there?
Yes, are you?
Yes. Right.
Right.
This reminds me a little bit of Young Frankenstein.
Light switches.
Oh,
You are,
okay.
there must be switches somewhere.
Should I come in with you?
No.
There's some tension between them.
No, thank you.
Wonder if there'll be any romance in this movie. Just
Ladies first.
No, thanks.
Nobody trusts anybody.
Some of these bits are great.
Who can you trust? No one. No one can be trusted.
It's a lot of good bits.
That's a fun shot.
Yeah. They're just standing there.
They're just standing there in hesitation.
Go on.
You go. No, you
I'll be
go.
right behind you.
No, you go.
I'm nervous.
Then we go together.
I love the cliche French maid. She's great. Oh.
If there's anybody in here, just look out.
Are you hiding? I'm coming.
What room is this?
Search me.
Okay.
Yes, you're in the midst of me.
Literally search me. Oh, ooh, rats.
Rats.
So what are they hoping to find? A clue? What are they looking for exactly?
I think they're looking to see if there's another killer.
Person
Yeah.
hiding in the house?
You look. I'll search the kitchen.
Wow, this set is just so immaculate. They're hiding under the piano, behind the curtains. Maybe there's a secret trapdoor somewhere.
Yeah, I do recall this part where they're like split up and
Oh,
they're all doing different things.
so the window is broken.
Oh wait, the cops are already there?
I wonder why the window is broken. Photographs. Who's burning these photographs? So I see gloves. Somebody with black gloves burning photographs. Oh. The plot thickens.
I'm a little nervous. I'm in this big house, and I've been locked into the lounge. Yes. The funny thing is, there's a whole group of people here having some sort of party.
Oh gosh, that's the wrench,
There's
right?
my old boss from
Oh wow.
Well, it looks like they're using all the weapons.
Yeah.
If one member shows up dead, they'll know who the killer is. So they're searching the mansion and pairs. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, KB.
Hmm.
Looks like a secret passage.
Secret passage. That's what I suspected.
Leads.
Some sort of secret door.
I'll go first. I've had a good life.
But that could mean that he knows that he's the killer and she's not. I think you're right. I think it's the Colonel.
So what's that weapon? Is that the pipe?
It's the wrench.
Oh, that's the wrench. Oh, they just discovered the guy that just got.
So they killed.
So who wasn't around? The butler wasn't around. Mrs. White wasn't around. Those two were not around. He wasn't around. The butler had the key. I'm still very suspicious of the butler because he had the key. Oh, wow. She's shooting the doorknobs. Oh gosh, the chandelier. It's about to fall. Oh gosh. Oh no. The Colonel. Just in time. Just in the nick of time.
The actor that plays the Colonel is pretty funny.
Yeah.
We found him together. How did you get in?
The door was locked.
It's a great trick. There's a secret passageway from the conservatory.
It's not the same gun.
From the cupboard?
It was locked.
No, it was unlocked.
Unlocked?
Yes, see for yourself. How did you know it was unlocked? How did you know that you could get at the gun? I didn't. I think I would break it open, but it was open already. A likely story. Maybe they'll just go away.
Ring.
So is that the police?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now they're going to get really interesting.
I have nothing to hide. I didn't do it. The key. You. Good evening, sir. Yes. I found an abandoned car down near the gates of this house. Did the driver come in here for any help by any chance? No. Well, actually, yes. No. There seemed to be some kind of disagreement.
No.
Yes. Can I come in and use your phone? Of course you may, sir. You may use the one in the, no. You could use the one in the, no. Would you be kind enough to wait in the, library? Sure. Don't I know you from someplace? You all seem to be very anxious about something. It's a chandelier. It fell down. Almost killed us. Would you like to come this way, please, sir?
Butler's staying very calm amidst the chaos. Good actor.
They drafted his own houses.
Maybe he's acting within acting. Within
Frightfully
acting.
drafty.
Please have yourself a drink, if you like. Not the cognac, just in case. Just in case of what? We should have told him. Okay, well, he said it now. I said it then. Shut up! Let's bring this up.
Yeah, Mopar. Butler's acting innocent.
Hello? And the cop answered it. And who shall I say is calling? Hold on, please.
What is going on?
Let me out of here! Let me out of here! You have no right to shut me in! I'll book you for false arrest and wrongful imprisonment and obstructing an officer in the course of his duty
Yeah.
and murder! What do you mean? Murder. It's on the door. What's going on around here? And why would you lock me in? And why are you receiving phone calls from J. Edgar Hoover? J. Edgar Hoover? That's right.
Do you know who J. Edgar Hoover is?
No.
Bureau of Investigation.
He's the head of the FBI.
Okay.
No, he's on everybody else's. Why shouldn't he be on mine? Excuse me.
Director of the FBI.
What's going on here?
I wish she would come out in like a lady's outfit and do
Mind if I look
a
around?
rendition of Rocky Horror songs.
You can show him around, Mr. Green.
Me?
Yes, you can show him the dining room.
Founder of the
kitchen,
FBI.
the ballroom.
Fine. Fine. Officer, come with me. I'll show you the dining room, or the kitchen, or the ballroom.
I love the nerdy guy.
Make it look convincing.
So, this is the dining room. No kidding.
Come on.
What's going on in those two rooms? Which two rooms?
I love how all these characters are so distinct.
Yes. What? Officer, I don't think you should go. Why not? Because it's all too shocking.
Oh, what is this? Oh, gross! She's making out with a
She's
dead
kissing
body.
the dead body.
Oh, icky. Oh, icky. She's just pretending to have a party.
Good time.
They're just faking all making out and snuggling. Oh my gosh. She's trying to make it look like the dead guy's just drunk. More making out. Will the cop believe that he's really just drunk?
This man's drunk. Dead drunk.
Dead
drunk.
right.
You're not going to drive home, are you? He won't be driving home, officer. I promise you that. Somebody will
Hey,
get
they're
the
being
lift.
truthful.
Oh, we'll get him a car.
A little black car.
A limousine.
Black car.
Oh,
Love this music.
Officer, you're too late. I've seen it all. You have? I can explain everything. You don't have to. I don't. Don't worry. There's nothing illegal about any of this. Are you sure? Of course. This is America. I see. It's a free country. Don't you know that? I didn't know it was that free. May I use your phone now? Certainly.
Clever way to fool the cop.
Why did you not come in again?
We haven't finished searching the house yet.
We're running out of time. Only 15 minutes before the police come. Police already came.
Let's get on with it.
monsieur.
That was good.
Look. Can't believe it. I wonder what this
Is that a
was.
meat
Let's
closet?
find out.
Is that meat? What was that?
It's kind of suspicious the way she found that door.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all guilty.
I hope it's not one of those where they're all guilty, like Knives Out.
I think that's what it'll be.
I guess this was way before Knives Out, so Knives Out
I can definitely see Knives Out being inspired.
by this, yeah. Uh-oh, the guy with the gloves. It's gotta be the butler.
You think it's the butler?
Well, he's the only one who has been absent when you see mysterious things happening.
Hello?
Shut the door. Anyone recognize you? They must have, and not just my face. They know every inch of my body. And they're not the only ones. It's you!
It's you. Oh no.
So
Not
now the maid has been killed by the rope
By the rope?
in the
That'll duty.
study.
But I have a feeling that I'm in danger. You know that big, ugly house on top?
Oh, the pipe.
Pipe.
Hello?
No. The mysterious glove with the pipe. A singing telegram. Oh, what? That was random. It's just getting wackier and wackier.
Rest in peace.
I wonder if this is a real house or a set.
Oh, this is a set. I think. I'm pretty sure it's a set.
Love the ironic soundtrack.
The way they're able to film, it'd be much harder to do all this if it was a real house.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It might be a real house. I don't think so.
Oh no! The maid with the rope. I wonder if the maid was in on it because the guy who was whispering to her,
Yeah, she was in on it.
it's like she was like, oh, it's like she was in on it. And then he double crossed her or something.
Neither of them shot. I thought I heard a gun.
So did I. Thought I heard the front door slam.
Oh, God. The mirror must have run out.
Oh, what's with the random singing telegram?
3 murders.
Oh, that's
6
crazy.
altogether. This is getting serious.
You know, I do singing telegrams as Taylor Swift and other characters on occasion. That would be very tragic if that happened.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
If
fun.
that jumped in here. Very well. I know who did it. You two.
Oh,
And furthermore, I'm going to tell you how it was all done. Follow me.
what? Maybe he's about to
In order to help you
confess.
understand what happened, I shall need to take you through the events of the evening step by step. At the start of the evening, Yvette was here by herself, waiting to offer you all a glass of champagne. I was in the hall. I know because I was there. Then I hurried across to the kitchen.
Now this is all coming back to me.
Here, a knife, sharpening knife, preparing for dinner. And then...
They're retracing their footsteps.
And it was you. Yes, I'll take no credit, and I recognize you as Colonel Mustard. I'm convinced you can tell me your real name, because I didn't want any of you to use any name other than your pseudonym. I introduced myself to you as the butler, and I ran across the hall to the library. And then the guard met you, and smiled, poured you a drink. And it all went away, and Mrs. White became pale and tragic, and I took her coat and hung it up. And I introduced Mrs. White to Colonel Mustard. And I noticed that Mrs. White and Yvette flinched. Then there was a rumble of thunder and a crash of lightning. To make a long story short, one by one you all arrived. And then the door was shut by the cook. And we went into the dining room. And Mrs. Peacock sat here. And Professor Plum sat here. And Mrs. White sat here. And Mr. Green, Miss Scarlett, Colonel Mustard. This chair was vacant. Anyway, we'd all revealed we'd all received a letter. You'd had a letter, and you'd had a letter, and you'd had a letter. The point is, blackmail. All this came out after dinner in the study. You're right. Mr. Green stood here, and Mrs. Peacock here, and Miss Scarlett here, and I'm here, and Colonel Mustard, and Mrs. White. And getting out. And Mr. Body went to get surprise packages from the hall. And you all opened your presents. Mr. Body switched off the lights. Mr. Body apparently dead. He was dead. I examined him. Why was he bashed on the head a few minutes later with a candlestick if he was dead already? All right, I made a mistake. Right. But if so, why was Mr. Body pretending to be dead? It could only be because he realized that his scheme had misfired and the gunshot was intended to kill him, not me. Look, the bullet grazed his ear. Clearly his best hope of escaping death was to pretend.
Just like Trump.
Reddy's whoever grabbed the gun from me in the dark was trying to kill him. But remember what happened next. Mrs. Peacock took a drink. You said, maybe it's poisoned. She screamed. Mr. Green. I had to stop her screaming. Then more screaming.
I remember that.
We all rushed out.
It's funny. I start remembering everything we just watched.
One of us wasn't here. No. Maybe one of us was murdering the cook. Who wasn't here with us? Do you know? I do. While we stood here, trying to stop Yvette from panicking, one of us could have stayed in the study, picked up the dagger, run down the hall, and stabbed the cook.
Oh, how could he risk it? We might have seen him running back.
Not if they used this secret passage.
Miss Scarlett found that.
Or ran back from the secret passage to the study.
Miss Scarlett found that secret passage.
Yeah.
How did you know? This house belongs to a friend of mine. I've known all along. So you could be the murderer? That'd be ridiculous. If I was the murderer, why would I reveal to you how I did it? Well, who else knew about the secret passage?
We found it, Colonel Mustard and me.
You found it. You could have known about it all the time.
But I didn't. So why should we believe you?
Because she was with us all in the billiard room doorway while Yvette was screaming. Don't you remember?
What I don't understand is why was the cook murdered? She had nothing to do with Mr. Body.
Of course she did. I gathered you all here together because you were all implicated in Mr. Body's dastardly blackmail. Did none of you deduce that the others were involved too?
What?
The cook and Yvette?
No.
That's how he got all his information. Before he could blackmail anyone, Mr. Body had to discover their guilty secret. The cook and Yvette were his accomplices. See? So, whoever knew that the cook was involved killed her? Yes.
Mr. Body.
I know, because I was Mr. Body's butler, that the cook had worked for one of you.
Who?
You recognized Yvette, didn't you? Don't deny it.
What do you mean, don't deny it? I'm not denying anything.
Another denial.
Oh, right, it's true. I knew Yvette. My husband had an affair with her, but I didn't care. I wasn't jealous.
You knew Yvette too, didn't you?
Yes, she worked for me.
And you also knew her son. We've already established that you were one of Miss Scarlett's clients. That's why you were so desperate to get your hands on those negatives. Photographs of you and Yvette in flagrante delicto, remember? Mr. Body threatened to send those pictures to my dear old mother. The shot would have killed her.
Oh, that would have been quite an achievement since you told us that she's dead already. So he had the motive.
You all had a motive. But where and when was Mr. Body killed? Don't you see? Look, we came back from the study with Yvette. Mr. Body was on the floor, pretending to be dead. But one of us knows he's alive. So I explained that I was Mr. Body's butler and I invited you here. And we realized it was
following this?
So wait. So did the cook shoot
Well, where is he?
Mr. Body? What?
By now she was dead. They laid her down on our backs to the freezer. One of us slipped through the same secret passage.
Again?
Of course,
The cook,
back to the study.
the cook shoot Mr. Body, and Mr. Body murdered the cook, and then he got really murdered.
He jumped up. The murderer came out of the secret panel, picked up the candlestick. Mr. Body boarded his understudy into the hall looking for an escape. The murderer crept back behind him and killed him. Will you stop that? Constantly rejoined us beside the cook's body in the kitchen. It took less than half a minute. So who wasn't there the entire time in the kitchen? Whoever it was is the murderer.
Who wasn't there? I'm trying to remember.
Kitchen ran to the front door. Throw away the key. Motorist. I didn't throw the key away. I put it in my pocket. And someone was taking it out of my pocket and substituted another. We were all in a hole. Any one of us could have done that. Precisely. Wait a minute. Colonel Mustard has a top secret Pentagon job. Mrs. White's husband was a nuclear physicist, and in fact, is a link between them. What is your top secret job, Colonel? I can tell you. He's working on the secret of the next fusion bomb. How did you know that? Can you give a secret? Yes.
Fusion
Was
bomb.
the plot between them Wadsworth, or did Colonel Mustard do it alone?
We shall see. Let's look at the other murders. Yes. Bad luck that that motorist arrived at that moment. It wasn't luck. I invited him.
You did?
Of course, it's obvious. Everyone here tonight was either Mr. Body's victim or accomplice. Everyone who has died gave him vital information about one of you. I got them here so they give evidence against him and force him to confess.
Yeah? What about that motorist? What kind of information did he have?
He was my driver during the war.
Oh.
And what was he holding over you? He knew that I was a war profiteer. I stole essential Air Force radio parts and I sold them on the black market. That's how I made all my money. That
Scandalous.
does not make me a murderer.
Well, a lot of our airmen died because their radios didn't work. Was the policeman working for Mr. Body too?
Scott was from Washington. He was on my payroll. I bribed him once a week so I could carry on with business. Body found out somehow.
Oh my God.
Oh, please.
She's a
And
madame.
the singing telegram girl?
I know. What was that about?
She was my patient once.
Oh.
That's how I lost my license. Mr. Body found that out too. Well, let's put her in the study with the others. So, now you all know why they died. Whoever killed Mr. Body also wanted his accomplices dead. How did the murderer know about them all? I mean, I admit that I had guessed that this young singer informed on me to Mr. Body. But I didn't know anything about any of you until this evening. First, the murderer needed to get the weapons. Easy. He stole the key from my pocket. And then we all followed Colonel Mustard's suggestion that we split up and search the house.
That's right. It was Colonel Mustard's suggestion.
Colonel
And one
Mustard.
of us got away from his or her partner and hurried to the study. On the desk was the envelope from Mr. Body. It contained photographs and letters. The evidence of Mr. Body's network of informants.
Where is the envelope now?
Gone. Destroyed. Perhaps in the fire. The only possible place. Aha! Then, having found out the whole story, the murderer went to the cupboard, unlocked it with the key, took out the wrench.
And we found the secret passage from the conservatory to the lounge where we found the motorist dead.
That's right. And we couldn't get in. So they went back to the open cupboard, got the gun, and shot the door open. Bang! And then the doorbell rang.
Oh, whoever it is, they gotta go away or they'll be killed.
Oh. Good evening.
Oh
Have you ever
gosh.
given any thought to the kingdom of heaven?
Oh gosh.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Rangers whistling Dixie.
Armageddon is almost upon us. I got news for you, it's already here. But your souls are in danger.
Danger, you beat it.
Oh wow.
The call arrived next. We don't have the diary. We can go to the
That was a good little bit.
Nice cameo.
And the murderer murderer switched off the electricity. Oh my God.
Turn on the light!
Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you. You're a bit late for that. Then there were 3 more murders.
So which of us killed them?
None of us killed Mr. Body or the cook. So who did? The one person who wasn't with us. Yvette.
Oh,
She was in the billiard room listening to our conversation.
that's right.
She heard the gunshot. She thought he was dead. And while we all examined the bullet hole, she crept into the study, picked up the dagger, ran to the kitchen, and stabbed the cook. We didn't hear the cook scream, because Mrs. Peacock was screaming about the poisoned brandy. Then Yvette returned to the billiard room. She screamed, and we all ran to her.
Yeah.
Well, when did she kill Mr. Body? When I said. We all ran to the kitchen to see the cook. Yvette hid in the study to check that Mr. Body was dead. He got up and followed them down the hall, so she hit him on the head with a candlestick and dragged him to the toilet.
Why?
To create confusion.
It worked.
Why did she do it? Was it because she was acting under orders from the person who later killed her? Who?
Mr. Body.
Was it one of her clients?
Mr. Body.
Or was it a jealous wife? Or
Mm.
an adulterous doctor? No. It was her employer, Miss
Scarlet.
Is it?
I knew it was Miss Scarlet.
You used her the way you always used her. You killed the motorist when we split up to search the house.
How could I have known about the secret passage?
Easy. Yvette told you. So when we split up again, you switched off the electricity.
The whispering was like a male voice.
Then, in the dark, you got
It was kind of ambiguous voice.
strangled Yvette,
True.
ran to the library, killed the cop, picked up the gun where Yvette dropped it, opened the front door, recognized the singing telegram from her photograph, and shot her.
You've no proof.
The gun is missing. Gentlemen, tear out your pockets.
So Yvette was one of Miss Scarlet's
Perfect.
customers.
The gun is the murderer.
Oh,
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth. I congratulate you.
Me too.
Shut up!
There's one thing I don't understand. One thing? Why did you do it? Half of Washington knows what kind of business you run. You were in no real danger. The whole town would be implicated if you were exposed.
I don't think they know my real business.
mm.
My business is secrets. And Yvette found them out for me. The secrets of Senator Peacock's Defense Committee, of Colonel Mustard's fusion bomb, Professor Plum's UN contacts, and the work of your husband, the nuclear physicist.
So, it is political. You're a communist.
No, Mr. Green. Communism is just a red herring. Like all members of the oldest profession, I'm a capitalist. And I'm going to sell my secrets, your secrets, to the highest bidder.
What if we don't cooperate?
You will. I'll expose you.
We could expose you. 6 murders?
I hardly think it will enhance your reputation at the UN, Professor Plum, if it's revealed that you have been implicated not only in adultery with one of your patients, but in her death. And the deaths of 5 other people.
You don't know what kind of people they have at the UN. I might go up with their estimation.
Mm.
It's no good blackmailing me, madam. No more money.
I pay that you are. Fine, I'm certified. But you can pay me in government information. All of you. Except you, Wadsworth. You, as a mere butler, have no access to government secrets. So, I'm afraid your moment has come.
Not so fast, Miss Scarlet. I do have a secret or two.
Oh, yeah, such as...
The game's up, Scarlet. There are no more bullets left in that gun.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not a trick. There was 1 shot at Mr. Body in the study, 2 for the chandelier, 2 at the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram.
That's not 6.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
There was only 1 shot that got the chandelier. That's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Even if you were right, that'll be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, not 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
What?
Fine. 1 plus 2 plus 1. Shut up! Point is, there's 1 bullet left in this gun, and guess who's going to get it?
I feel like there's still going to be another reveal. Oh, wow. The police.
Where's the chief?
Oh, it's the
Wadsworth.
Jehovah's Witness guy.
You,
Oh.
my dear. Mr. Hoover is an expert on Armageddon.
So he was posing.
Like a Dirty Harry counting bullets.
Give it
Yeah.
down. As I was trying to tell you,
I don't
have
give a
bullets
damn.
left in this gun, you see.
Well, he
Just
wasn't
two.
100% accurate with his calculations.
Which one
Oh no!
is?
Oh! And that's how it could have happened.
But how about this?
So is this an alternate version? Oh.
The murder right across the hall to the stump. Picked up rope and a lead pipe. Ran to the living room. Strangled Yvette. Ran to the library. Hit the cop in the head with a lead pipe. Then, coming out of the library, the door rang. It was a singing telegram. The murderer picked up the gun where Yvette dropped it, ran to the door, opened it, recognized the girl from her photograph, shot her, and ran back to the cellar. The cellar! Yes.
The Colonel Mustard wasn't in the cellar.
No. But you were.
Mrs. Peacock?
You murdered them all. The person who was missing when the cook and Mr. Body were murdered. And the cook used to be your cook. Don't you remember your fatal mistake? You told us at dinner that we were eating one of your favorite recipes. And monkey's brains, though popular in Cantonese cuisine,
Ooh.
are not often to be found in Washington, D.C. Is that what we ate?
Why would I have murdered all the others?
Obviously, in case Mr. Body had told him about you. So it was all nothing to do with the disappearing nuclear physicist and Colonel Mustard's work on the new fusion bomb. Communism was just a red herring. Mrs. Peacock did it all.
There's no proof.
Well, the gun is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets.
Huh.
Ladies, empty your purses.
So that's
Whoever has the gun
feasible
is the murderer.
too?
Very well.
Oh!
What are you supposed to do about it?
Mopar, this is shocking.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. I don't approve of murder, but it seems to me you've done the world a public service by ridding it of an appalling blackmailer and his disgusting informers. But the police will be here any minute. What happens then? Why should the police come? Nobody's called them.
You mean
That's right. Now, I suggest that we stack the bodies in the cellar, lock it, leave quietly one at a time, and pretend that none of this has ever happened.
great idea? I'll leave first, if you don't mind.
Be my guest. In fact, I think we all owe you a vote of thanks. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a
Jolly good
fellow.
fellow.
Which
Which
nobody can deny.
Which
Can deny. Which nobody can deny.
For she's a
Jolly good fellow. For
She's a jolly good fellow.
For she's a jolly good fellow.
I told you I didn't do it. But what if the authorities find out what happened? The FBI will take care of that. You mean my phone call from Mr. Hoover? I work for him, of course. How else could I have known everything about you? There's still one thing I don't understand.
One thing.
Who was Mrs. Peacock taking bribes from? A foreign power. Her husband, the senator, has influence over defense contracts. Is there
Huh.
going to be a cover-up? Isn't that in the public interest? What could be gained by exposure? Well, is the FBI in the habit of cleaning up after multiple murder? Yes. Why do you think it's run by a man called Hoover?
Huh.
Oh, Mrs. Peacock.
How did you know my name?
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Oh, wow. And they all come rushing out.
Wadsworth, we got her. You see, like the Monties, we always get our man. Mrs. Peacock was a man? Does anyone care for fruit or dessert?
Oh my goodness. So that's just
But
a-
here's what
What?
really happened.
What? It never ends. Oh my goodness. So this is what really happened? Okay, so it wasn't Miss Scarlet or Miss Peacock.
You're a bit late for that. Then there were 3 more murders. Let's consider each murder one by one. Professor Puck, you knew that Mr. Body was still alive. Even psychiatrists can tell the difference between patients who are alive or dead. You fired the gun in the dark and missed, so you pretended he was dead. That's how you were able to kill him later unobserved.
That's right. He was the missing person in the kitchen after we found the cook dead.
But he was with us in the billiard room when we found Yvette screaming. If that's when the cook was killed, how did he do it? I didn't.
You don't expect us to believe that, do you?
I expect you to believe it. You killed the cook. She used to be your cook, and she informed on you to Mr. Body. You made one fatal mistake. Sitting here at dinner, Mrs. Peacock told us that she was eating one of her favorite recipes. And monkey's brains, though popular in
Monkey's
cuisine,
brains.
are not often to be found in Washington, D.C. Colonel Mustard, when we saw the murders at the front door, you took the key to the weapons cupboard out of my pocket. Then you suggested that we all split up. You separated from Miss Scarlet, crossed the hall, opened the cupboard, took the wrench, ran to the conservatory, entered the lounge through the secret passage, killed the motorist with a blow on the head. Like that!
This is incredible.
Not so incredible as what happened next. But we will split up again. I'm upstairs with you. Yes, you, Mrs. White. And while I was in the master bedroom, you hurried downstairs and turned off the electricity, got the rope from the open cupboard, and troubled Yvette. You were jealous that your husband was stripping Yvette. That's why you killed him, too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. It flames on the side of my face, breathing, eating breath, eating.
But while you were in the billiard room, Miss Scarlet seized the opportunity and under cover of darkness got to the library, but she hit the cop whom she'd been bribing on the head with a lead pipe. True or false?
True. Who are you? Terry Mason.
It must have been Mr. Green who shot the singing telegram. I didn't do it. Well, there's nobody else left, but I didn't do it. The gun is missing. Whoever's got the gun shot the girl. I was going to expose you. I know. So I choose to expose myself. Please, there are ladies present. What was it? What it was dead? Fine. None of you even met him till tonight. You're Mr. Body.
See, that's the ending I was
So
expecting.
you were right. You were actually right.
Shucks. He was
That's the
expendable
ending I was
like all of you.
expecting.
I'm grateful to you all for disposing of my network of spies and informers. Saved me a lot of trouble. Now there's no evidence against me.
This all has nothing to do with my disappearing nuclear physicist husband or Colonel Mustard's work with the new top secret fusion bomb.
No. Communism is just a red herring. The police will be here any minute. You'll never get away with this, any of you. Why should the police come? Nobody's called.
You mean? Oh my God, of course.
So why shouldn't we get away with it? We'll stack the bodies in the cellar, lock it, leave quietly one at a time, and forget that any of this ever happened. You'll
Oh.
just go on blackmailing us all. Of course. Why not? Well, I'll tell you why not.
Oh.
Shock.
What? No.
Very good.
How silly.
Very good.
Oh.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a plant.
Plant? I thought men like you were usually called a fruit.
Very funny. FBI. That phone call from J. Edgar Hoover was for me. I told you I didn't do it.
He's a plant. And justice is served.
All right,
Who done it?
They all did it. If you want to know who killed Mr. Body, I did. With the revolver. I mean, you take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Oh, wow. What a twist. Oh, those are the cards.
I remember that last line. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Madeline Kahn was great. Christopher Lloyd. I love this. The card flipping is great. Martin Mull. Now I want to play the game Clue. I want to play the game again. Mr. Body wasn't really in it a whole lot.
But he wasn't really Mr. Body. He was
Right.
He was actually
the fake Mr. Body.
He was actually Tim Curry's butler.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So fun.
Anybody else
Wow.
still watching?
What a good movie. Yeah, I love the twist. I definitely didn't predict that. I sort of predicted that like the butler was the main guy in on it the whole time. That was my suspicion the whole time, but
Fell asleep in my
I
chair.
definitely
but I'm back.
fell I
Yes.
definitely fell for some of the red herrings. Cards a really nice touch at the end. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I mean, the acting was really good. The writing, like you said, the writing was so well done because I didn't predict all of that. I love the 3 alternate endings.
So we were we were both right. You said the butler, I said Miss Scarlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it ended up being
everyone.
all of them, except Mr. Green. Mr. Green's the one guy.
I feel like the third
The music too, yeah.
I feel like the third ending is going to make everyone happy because if you were suspecting one person, you're going to at least be partially right. So I think the reason they did that third ending is so everybody who is suspecting one person, at least they feel like they're partially right.
Yeah. When the movie was in the theater, they showed a random ending at every showing.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That would have been fun to see it in the theater. I thought about the butler.
Miss Peacock at the beginning. Yeah, Miss Peacock seemed very guilty.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Great writing, great directing, great performances, especially by Tim Curry. The set design, the costume design. I love how every character was so unique. And it definitely felt nostalgic, paying tribute to the actual board game. Makes me want to play the board game. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I mean, I would give this a 4.5. I wouldn't give it a 5 just because of the cheesiness. But other than that, like, this is a really great movie.
Flames on the side of my face. Yeah, there's so many great lines.
Yeah, Mrs. White going, the flames on my face.
The
really
dish
funny.
that Miss Peacock it's not, although popular in the Cantonese, is that what he says? It's
Yeah.
not popular in Washington, D.C.
They are remaking the movie?
Interesting.
No way. Who's gonna play the characters, I wonder?
Communism was a red herring.
Yeah.
Like that line.
I love some of like the political like undertones of that time.
I was a war profiteer.
Interesting how like the bullet grazed his ear, just like someone we know, former president and running.
That's fascinating.
That was an interesting parallel.
Very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting.
Oh, that's so cool. They're remaking the movie. When is it coming out? Tell me more. We should watch the trailer. Not announced yet. They said
being remade.
Oh, okay. April 2024.
Like the set, looking old and like Victorian style heavy.
You're right, Mopar. Yeah, very Victorian style. Yeah, the set was great. Mopar, did you finish all your kettle popcorn? So if you watch this for the first time, I'd love to know. Wait, what are you doing?
Yep.
If this is your first time watching the movie, I'd love to know your thoughts. Like the set looking, yeah. Did you predict any of those endings? I mean, I feel like no matter what you predicted, you can say you were partially right. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts if this was your first time watching it. Also, if you have any suggestions of movies for us to watch next together, or movies just for me to watch or just for him to watch, let us know any suggestions for movies to react to or movies to review. Love to see more 80s comedies.
For 80s comedy.
Yeah. You thought about Mrs. Peacock being the killer? Yeah. She was great. I love that actress. Can you suggest any 80s comedies? Like any come to mind?
A lot of good stuff in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like Ferris Bueller.
Oh yeah, Ferris Bueller. Oh, I'm trying to remember if I actually saw that whole movie. I might have only seen part of it.
Wow, Brazil. That would be interesting.
Brazil. What's Brazil? I've never
Brazil
seen
is
that.
a Terry Gilliam film, and it's very different.
Is Brazil a comedy from the 80s?
I don't know if we call it a comedy. It's probably got some stuff in it. It's funny.
Is it a mystery?
We watched the movie The Fisher King.
Yeah.
It's the director of that.
Oh, I love The Fisher King.
Oh, I got a good suggestion for the movie. It's a classic B movie, cheesy but really good. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I've never seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I'm gonna remember that one. Vacation, like National Lampoon Vacation. Yeah. Ghostbusters, of course. Back to School is great. Caddyshack. Anything from John Hughes, especially
16 Candles. I did see 16 Candles.
Uncle Buck Say Anything.
I've never seen Uncle Buck. I can't remember if I've seen Say Anything.
Wait, you've seen Say
Is Say Anything the movie where the guy's holding up the boombox at the end? Okay, I have seen Say Anything, but I don't think I've seen Vacation, Ghostbusters, Back to School, Caddyshack. I haven't seen any of those. Or Uncle Buck. I have seen 16 Candles. That was a great one.
Yep, iconic.
Molly Ringwald. 16 Candles is very iconic, I believe. Animal House. Oh, I've never seen Animal House. Have you?
Yeah. You've never seen Animal House?
No, I've never seen Animal House. I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Absolutely.
Is that a horror movie or is that a comedy?
It's
comedy horror.
Yeah, it's comedy horror.
Those are all great suggestions. Keep them coming. Let us know if you have any more suggestions. This was such a fun suggestion. I can't remember who suggested. I think it was KV. Did you suggest Clue? I think it was you who suggested we watch this.
It might have been Jay.
Or was it Jay? Yeah.
Oh, Critters?
Gritters.
You mean Critters?
What is Gritters movies?
I think he means Critters. Wasn't Jay.
Yeah. Dr. Johnny, you nodded off there. What time is it where you are, Dr. Johnny? Yeah, I'm pretty sure KV suggested this one. Thanks for the suggestion. I want to watch a variety of films on here. I would love to watch some classic films, but also just a variety of content, not just one genre. Been sleeping all day? UUPS Critters. Have you seen that?
He said, oops, Critters. He meant Critters.
Oh, oops, Critters. I have not seen Critters. Is that a suspense? Tell me the genre of these films. And I'll go back and look at the transcript to remember all these movies. 12 Angry Men for classics. Oh, wait. 12 Angry Men. Is that with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, I think?
12 Angry Men is about the jurors. It's Henry Fonda and Lee J. Cobb and some other actors.
Okay, I've never seen that.
It's an older film. Critters poster is so great. There's a poster with a critter peeking out of the toilet. Tagline: "They'll get you in the end."
So is that like a comedy horror film?
Kind of, yeah. The critters are like these alien, little demonic, kind of like Gremlins.
Oh, okay. I like Gremlins. Gremlins is fun.
It's more horror than Gremlins.
I
Gremlins
see.
is,
Gremlins is more comedy than horror. I tend to like a little more comedy than horror. Like that movie Zombieland. Yeah, you could say it's sort of comedy horror, but it's more comedy than horror, you know?
Yeah.
I like that style a lot.
one of the things I'm looking for in a reaction is something that she hasn't seen and maybe I haven't seen, but is like, oh my God, I can't believe you have not seen that. Like Animal House sounds good.
Yeah, I've never seen Animal House. He's seen a lot more movies than I have. Howard the
Duck.
Never seen that either. Is that that sounds like it might be animation. Is that
horrible?
Oh, it's really bad.
Horrible.
Oh.
But in a fun way. Like The Room or something. Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Really? I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop 1 or 2. I'm usually very selective about movies. So I don't see a lot of movies, and I work a lot, so I spend a lot of time in the real world. So this is a great excuse to watch some more films and study films from an artistic lens, since I'm a filmmaker now.
Yeah, I remember watching Clue back in the day. It would come on Comedy Central a lot, but I would only see it at different points. I wouldn't see the whole thing all the way through. I'd see like different scenes. Grosse Point Blank, romance, thriller, comedy.
Oh, I've never seen Grosse Point Blank.
That was suggested before. I think maybe by Jay. Coming to America. Also,
Eddie Murphy. I've never seen Coming to America. Never seen Point Blank.
Coming to America is Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Oh.
And they come from some country, random country. They're both like royalty, and he's looking for a wife in Queens.
Okay.
Because he thinks that Queens will be where he'll find his queen, but it's just Queens, New York, and it's in the 80s, so it's very like it's like run down.
Yeah.
I'm coming to Queens.
I should see that because that's like a classic comedy. Comedy is probably my favorite genre, dark comedy especially, but
Eddie Murphy was pretty great.
I should see that one.
Roman Holiday. Wow, there's one. That's an older film with Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn.
That's a classic too. I've never seen that.
So in terms of the classics, if we were to watch a classic film from that era, I would want it to be one that's like, kind of like, because she hasn't seen a lot of those types of films. So like one that's like very prolific, you know, like Citizen Kane or something. Something that's like really.
Is Roman Holiday in that category?
It is for sure. 48 Hours. All three vacation movies are pretty good. My favorite, other than the original, is Vegas Vacation. Yeah, Vegas Vacation is very underrated. I remember we watched that on a school trip. And
I have seen the Chevy Chase vacation movies.
Okay.
I have seen those. I love those.
KV. The Red Shoes is fantastic. I totally agree. I'm going to graduate her to that because that one's A Fish Called Wanda is very good.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's John Cleese. What's his name? Kevin Kline.
Okay.
And Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
It's very cheeky humor.
I've heard of Fish Called Wanda.
Okay, The Apartment. That's a good one. There you go.
The Apartment.
12 Angry Men, The Apartment, as far as the classics. Career Opportunities. One of the last 80s movies. Really? That's one of the last? Interesting.
Fish Called Wanda. I've heard of that movie. It's cheeky. I feel like I might like that.
Yeah, A Fish Called Wanda would probably fit into kind of Clue.
Oh, okay.
Sort of
genre
category. Modern Times.
I love all these suggestions. Maybe we should put all these down in like a hat and then pull a name out of a hat.
The other
Write all these titles down and then draw them
the other thing is, it doesn't have to be. We just watched Apocalypto, which was all subtitles.
Yeah.
And it actually worked really well
Mhm.
as a stream. So it's possible that we could have something that is very obscure and foreign language, international. If it's like Parasite or something, if it's good for visually, if it's really talky, then probably wouldn't work as well on a stream, I'm guessing.
Persona.
Yes, so Persona, crazy. Persona, you actually saw that in a Midtown.
Persona?
Yeah,
I did?
but if you don't remember it, we could do that one. Stakeout 1987 is a very good idea. Stakeout's very good. It's Emilio Estevez and Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, I love Richard
And they're
Dreyfuss.
staking out this girl. It's a great 80s movie. Ian and I have talked about remaking Stakeout because it's so great. Some good horror too. I have a whole list. Please share your list, Dr. Johnny Fever, please.
Yeah, there's so many wonderful movies out there that I've yet to see. So I love all these suggestions. I wonder if we should put all the movie titles in a hat and then just pull a name out of a hat.
My Dinner with Andre. Okay, so My Dinner with Andre, it would be a very fascinating thing to do on a stream. I would be very curious to see how that would work. Solaris 1972. Wow, yeah. So you saw 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
So Solaris would be kind of the next level after that.
Oh, okay.
It was made by the filmmaker Tarkovsky.
I love 2001: Space Odyssey. I was just blown away when I saw that movie. I couldn't believe it was made so long ago because all the themes felt so relevant today, like with AI and the dangers of technology.
Solaris is like kind of beyond that, though. It's like more spiritual.
Stalker.
Wow, Stalker would be crazy.
Is that scary?
That would almost be like we're really gonna go for like here. Check this out. You know, it's very avant-garde.
Is it scary? Stalker.
No, I don't think Stalker's scary. It's just like, what the hell am I watching?
Oh, okay.
But it would be fun to do on a stream. Yeah, My Dinner with Andre would be crazy to do. Actually, the whole thing's just them having dinner.
Oh.
Hence the title, My Dinner with Andre. I'm sorry, I can't let you do that, Dave.
Oh, he's quoting HAL 9000.
Open the pod bay doors. Open the pod bay doors.
Yeah, I just saw that movie recently, believe it or not. It took me so long to see that film.
Airplane 1 and 2, yes. Arguably, Airplane 2 is funnier.
It's funnier than Airplane 1?
I mean,
okay.
it's Airplane 1's pretty funny.
I remember when I watched Airplane 1, I was really, really tired.
Deer Hunter.
Oh, I've seen The Deer Hunter.
Good God.
Oh, it's so gut-wrenching.
It's so long. It's like 4 hours.
It's so tragic. I actually studied The Deer Hunter in my film studies class in college. I took a whole film studies class, and all of the movies were war-based movies. So I studied The Deer Hunter religiously, and wow, I remember after I saw The Deer Hunter, I was so impacted by it that it was like affecting my sleep. I was thinking about it for like 2 weeks straight, or like recovering from it because it was just so tragic and so heartbreaking.
All right, well, we won't do that.
And I have seen Full Metal Jacket. I also watched that in my film studies class in college. I've seen a lot of war movies because of that particular film studies class.
You also met Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Private Pile.
Yeah, I
And Little
interviewed
Jacket.
Vincent D'Onofrio at the Atlanta Film Festival. The interview is actually on my other YouTube channel.
Come and see. Oh my god. KV. Why don't you just say the 10 Drum? I'm just kidding. Classic. So many good movies. Dances with Wolves. Have you seen any westerns?
I haven't.
So a western, I would say probably the one to do if I was going to do one with Kimberly would be Tombstone.
Yeah, I've never seen Tombstone.
If I were to do a western.
Your guilty pleasure?
Give me some westerns, KV. And Dances with Wolves is a very good one.
I've never seen Dances with Wolves. Most of the movies y'all are suggesting I haven't seen.
Unforgiven.
Never saw that.
Dollars Trilogy, 2 in a row with the Dollars Trilogy. Dollars Trilogy is Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, and For a Few Dollars More. Django. Favorite westerns are Once Upon a Time in the West. Good one. The Cowboys. The Cowboys as in the John Wayne Cowboys. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep, never seen any of those.
Okay, so... Okay. Once Upon a Time in the West. That's interesting. It's very long. The Dollars Trilogy is maybe like Few Dollars More would be a good one from the Dollars.
I've heard
Trilogy.
of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, though.
It's very long is the thing, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's just very, very, very long. All right, so maybe one from the Dollars Trilogy or Tombstone. I don't know if I would do a John Wayne. Those are a little slower, but they're good. They're just kind of good after the fact.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, I've never seen that. Are y'all going to watch Twisters?
We're going to do a review of Twisters.
We're going to go see Twisters at the theater Sunday night, and we'll do a review.
Maverick.
Oh, I saw Maverick with Mel Gibson.
She's seen that.
I've seen Maverick with Mel. It's a really fun one. I would watch it again. It's been so long since I've seen it.
I watched it last week.
You watched Twisters last week? Yeah, we're gonna give it a go. I've seen the original Twister with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. I loved it. So we're gonna watch Twisters on Sunday. We'll just do a movie review of that for this channel.
If you want to do
TV, oh yeah,
Firefly is a space western. Interesting.
Okay. Huh.
We may do that soon.
Oh, you like Twister? Oh, the original Twister?
Twister is really good.
Yeah, I loved the original Twister. I don't know if I'm going to love the new Twisters as much, but I guess we'll see. It's definitely worth checking out, probably. I like the main actor, Glenn Powell.
Still mad they canceled Firefly.
Oh, they canceled Firefly. Huh.
Yeah, I like Glenn Powell too after watching Hitman.
You know, a TV show I've never seen that I've always wanted to, that all my friends tell me I would enjoy based on my taste, is Black Mirror. I've never seen any episodes of Black Mirror. So that might be a good one for me to watch. As far as a TV show, I don't know.
Black Mirror.
Well, thanks for all the great suggestions.
Yeah, it gives me something to think about.
It's an anthology series. Okay. Anthology. Cool.
Something, and you guys also, like, if you have any more ideas, just leave a comment on the video, I suppose.
Yeah, this is going to save as public. So feel free to just comment on the video. Or if you want to like post your comment on the video, might be easier to find all of those in one place because we'll have to go through the transcript. I'm not sure if this will save, if the chat will save after a live. I'm not sure. Ooh, Ooh, Twilight Zone series. Every Twilight Zone series I've seen, I've loved. We watched some of those. I think it was like
Yeah.
around New Year's, and I was blown away. I loved all of them.
So what I'd like to do, whatever we stream next.
Oh, is there a Twilight Zone movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
There
Have you
is.
seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's good. It's got John Lithgow and it's got some really good actors. Whatever we stream next, I'd like to do one that is where we can talk like more throughout, because like on this one, on Clue, it was I almost felt like, oh, I don't want to talk because I don't want to talk over their dialogue, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Channel stay on the VOD.
Okay, that's good.
Chernobyl's good miniseries for 10 out of 10 for me. Chernobyl, yeah, I watched some of Chernobyl.
I've never seen Chernobyl. Wow, so many great suggestions. All right, well, we'll go through the chat because I can't remember all of these.
I will remember.
Maybe a silent era movie.
Silent era, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good idea. Silent era.
Well, thank you all so much. If you're having pretty proud
Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, okay. I have to admit, never seen Breaking Bad. Never seen one episode of Breaking Bad. I don't.
You'll get pretty hooked if you watch one.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time. I don't spend a lot of time watching things. So this channel is a reason for me to start catching up on some good stuff. Buster Keaton has great silent era movies. Okay.
Buster Keaton, wow. That's a okay.
Yeah, maybe I should watch Breaking Bad. The last TV series I watched that I really loved was Korean Money Heist.
Money Heist Korea.
Money Heist Korea. That was the last TV series I really loved.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Is that a TV series?
No, it's an old silent movie, and it's like crazy.
Oh.
They're doing a new Nosferatu. The guy who did The Lighthouse. Robert Eggers.
Wow. Okay. That might be a good one to watch.
It's got Willem Dafoe.
I love Willem Dafoe.
Old black and white Universal monster movies. Okay. Which one of those is your favorite of those? I do still like the Frankenstein the best. The Frankenstein. I like the Dracula, but I really like the Frankenstein. Or maybe Bride of Frankenstein, actually. The Mummy's not bad.
Werewolf Mummy. Okay.
I guess that would be the Lon Chaney werewolf. We watched American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that was great. That was fun. The only time I'll watch scary / horror films is around October, spooky season, Halloween. So I'll save the horror films for those for that season.
But the horror films that, like, if I show you a horror movie, I'm not usually showing you one that's bad. I'm usually showing you one that's at least you can say
it's well made. Yeah. Wow, these are some amazing suggestions. If you want to write your top suggestions down in the video description after the live is over. Weekend at Bernie's. Oh, Food Quality. Ryan, is that you?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Food Quality. I'm
That's
pretty
hilarious.
sure that's my brother-in-law. Hey, Ryan. How are you doing?
We watched your favorite movie, but we're done watching it. But you can roll this back, I guess, and see our reaction to it.
Ryan, yeah, we just watched Clue, 1985.
The worst person in the
So
world.
now we're just
is
trying
who
to
I
take
cry.
movie suggestions. Yeah, I told Jenny to subscribe to this channel because I know you guys love watching a lot of films, and we're going to be live streaming films and reviewing films too on this channel. So
KV, we actually watched The Worst Person in the World, and yes, I think we both did cry. And we watched the version of Clue that had all the endings.
And I don't think I've ever seen Weekend at Bernie's, actually.
If you like to cry, watch Life is Beautiful with subtitles, not dubbed. Correct, yes. Although the dub is kind of funny.
Life is Beautiful. I wonder if
With Roberto Benigni.
I don't think I have seen that film.
It's you will not make it through that. Lost in Translation. One of my that's in my top 3.
I love Lost in Translation.
It's in my top 3.
Food Quality, what do you think about our streaming platform so far? I'm streaming off of a Lenovo laptop that somebody nice got me as a present. But there's a slight lag, but hopefully the lag isn't too distracting. Eventually, if we keep this up, we can invest in some better technology.
Porco Rosso, yes.
Thank you, Food Quality.
Seems to be working well. Thank you. Good night, guys. Thanks for the movie in the chat. Yeah, of course. I guess we'll do another one. When should we do another one?
Good night, Dr. Johnny Fever. So be on the lookout on my community page on this channel. On the community page, we'll try to give you guys at least a day in advance notice, and we'll post the next movie and the next time that we'll be live streaming a film. And I'll also do a community post on my personal channel too. So just be on the lookout for the community posts.
We may try and do one Saturday night, but it might be a little later.
Yeah. But we'll keep you posted.
Awesome. Okay, cool, guys. Well, good to see you, Ryan. Thank you, Dr. Johnny Fever. Thank you guys for all the suggestions, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. If you have any more, keep them coming. I know.
Thank you, Jay. Good night.
Johnny's saying good night. Jay's saying good night. Good night. If you think of any other suggestions, just comment in the video description.
Yeah.
And if you like this channel, please share it with friends. You know, this is a brand new channel. We're just getting started. So, you know, if you could share it. I don't know the best platforms to share this channel on. So if you know of any boards or any Facebook groups to share the channel, we'd love your support. Thank you.
Blues Brothers. There you go. Classic. All right. Well, I guess we will sign off.
Well, thanks for saying hey, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
Thanks for popping in the chat, everyone, for the great suggestions. This was a fun night, a fun movie night. Keep your eyes peeled on the community page for our next movie suggestion, and we will be reviewing Twisters soon, so be on the lookout for that. All right, good night, KV. Adventures in Babysitting. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, that's really good.
I love that movie.
Also,
Food Quality.
Vincent D'Onofrio's in that as well.
Oh yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio was in that. Yeah, if you want to check out my brief interview with Vincent D'Onofrio and George R.R. Martin, it's on my personal channel. I did a very brief interview with them.
Glad you had a good time, Mopar. Yes,
thanks for joining, Mopar. It's always great to chat with you, Mopar. All right. Well, I guess we will be signing off for now. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Hope to see you soon. Oh, yes, I did meet George R.R. Martin. I interviewed him at the Atlanta Film Festival last year, along with some other filmmakers there. I was doing interviews. So if you want to check out the interview, I was allowed to ask a few questions.
She was only supposed to ask him like 4 questions, and he just kept talking.
Well, George R. Martin just talked a lot.
Just kept talking
because he was so passionate about his work.
And then the lady was like, "Let's wrap it up," and then he just kept talking and talking. And then Vincent D'Onofrio gave like 1-word answers or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you asked him one question, he was like, "Fun."
Yeah, it's funny. Like Vincent D'Onofrio gave 1-word answers and George R. Martin gave long-winded answers. But you can tell George R. Martin is just really passionate about the craft, which was really cool.
It was for their short film Night of the Cooters that George R. Martin wrote. It's like a Western where the aliens from War of the Worlds show up.
Yeah, it was very unique. And they showed it at the Atlanta Film Festival.
And they used, what's it called, where they do cartoon scoping over real actors? Rotoscoping?
Rotoscope, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I haven't heard much of what George R. Martin has been writing lately. I guess he hasn't been writing a whole lot lately.
Well, he's writing the next Game of Thrones book, right?
Is he?
Forever. He's been writing it since 2011 or something.
Is that what he's working on currently?
What was the last one?
He was such a delightful person, and he started talking about working with the green screen, and his face just lit up. I mean, you can see it in the interview. It's on my playlist on my personal channel under hosting. You'll find the interview on my hosting playlist.
Thank you very much, Mopar. You as well. And no, I understand KV. I think that he should probably be a little more diligent with getting his stuff out.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. I'm salty. All right. Well, it was great chatting with you all. I guess we will sign off. Any final comments before we go? Last call. I know we keep saying goodbye and then you guys keep chatting. So any final comments, suggestions? You can also comment on the description. And yeah, please share our channel with anybody you think might be interested and have fun with us watching and reviewing movies, talking about filmmaking. We're both filmmakers, so we love the art of filmmaking. And I personally just love talking about movies and how they influence lives. So thanks for supporting our new little endeavor here.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing these.
Yeah, it's been fun so far, so we're going to keep it up. All right. Glad you're having fun, KV. All right. Bye, Mopar. Bye, KV. Bye, Ryan. Bye, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.